Or not my movie, my Magical Man movie. So he could turn small, and then sometimes he's big, and he lives in. I just said, I say I want to live in the closet. Well, okay, but in the movie it's cuter because it's a handsome man. Okay, it's and he is my little man. He's my little man. But he, when she sees him in the closet, it's in the closet under the stairs, or in the weird closet, and or a little, weird little door. It's a weird nook in the closet. And there's noise being made in there one night. It's a woman that lives alone. And like she's like maybe she runs a business or something. She's very stressful, but she runs it from home. And she's prone to depression and she's a loner. But she works really hard, so she's always stressed. She doesn't get out enough. She doesn't really have any friends because she's just always in. She doesn't interact with a lot of people. Then we have. And one night she wait. This is my book or my movie. One of them. And she one night she's kind of delirious. She's having a bad night, and then she goes downstairs. She sees there's a little nook under the stairs, you know, where you just store brooms or whatever. But then there's all kinds of ruckus going on in there, and you just see a little door lit up. We already talked about this. So you see a door that's lit up. You see like the little door that has a light on in there. She doesn't even know. She didn't even know there was. Well, maybe there was always a light in there, but maybe she didn't even know there was a light in there. And there's all kinds of racket coming from there, and then, and then there's a little. She opens the door. Oh, and then and she knocks on the door. She knocks on the door of her own in her own home. In her own home, she knocks on the door, and then it's a handsome man just in there, and he's like Betty, and he's doing something. And he's shuffling around in there. All of it's like he's bent over and he's doing something. I was having it like he's trying to like maybe shuffling around in the kitchen. Like there's a little stove in there and a little cupboard. Like he's trying to make some tea or something. And like it would have to be books. I don't know how you do this. It may be tricky. Like it's almost like it's her proportions, but it kind of looks like there's more room in there, but he is bent over. So it's kind of funny looking. He's hunched over like it's small. But then he invites her inside like, "Oh, I've been trying to get this ready for you. I've been waiting for you. Come in here, sit down." So she has to hunch over to come in, but there's like a table there, there's a little table. But once she comes in, there's room for everything, right? There's there's room. Like it's cramped, but it's still way bigger than it was before. There's just like all these weird perspective shifts, like our weird size shift. And then but she's still able to go in and sit at this little table. There shouldn't be any room for. And then when she, but you know, does that make sense? But there's still just enough room for her to sit at a little table, and they're just like. But it's so weird that she's not. She's just going with it, and she was in such a bad place that she's not even questioning why or anything. Why? Who were you or why? She's almost kind of happy just to see somebody. Maybe she was lonely or whatever, depressed. Didn't care about anything anyway. So you see a handsome man in your closet saying, "I've been waiting for you." You just sit down and see what happens. then and then she sit at the table and he gives her tea. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I was waiting for this." And he puts her a cup of tea in front of her. And he maybe looks flustered a little. He's like, oh, he's been trying to get us ready, but he has a big bright smile, and she's like, oh, wow. Takes her breath away. And yeah, so he's kind of like present, even though he's busy. Like, oh, are you okay? Are you good? I'm waiting for it. And they have this nice, and then maybe he finally sits down, and he's drinking there with her. It's like, it's just quiet. I don't know what they talk about. Maybe she's just looking around and quiet, and just have to take a breath. Drink the tea. She didn't know what to say. She's looking at him and looking all around. But it's nice and it tastes really good. And so, oh, how is it? And it tastes like magical. I mean, it tastes really magical. And it's like, well, this is my special recipe. She goes, what is it? Special recipe? It's my own special recipe. Because I can't tell. I can't tell you what it is. I'd love to tell you, but I can't. I can't tell you. And there's just a beat. And then he steps up and he gets up. I was like, okay, well, thank you. Thanks for coming by. And then, and he maybe gives her a little kiss. And then he's like, okay, see. And he's trying to make her leave. okay. I can't wait to see you next time. Alright. See you next time. I wonder why I'm doing it. I wonder why I came up with that. Okay. What? Oh, okay. Alright, okay. And he's scooting her out the door, pushing her out the door, jelly. And it's like, okay, bye. And he shuts the door. And then she's just standing outside the door. What was that? But she just goes with it, and she just wonders if she's dreaming or something, or she just goes back upstairs and goes to sleep. She's sort of delighted, but thinks she's must be out of it or something, like she's dreaming. Maybe she's half asleep or something. Because also maybe she looks at the, she starts going up the stairs, maybe she's like, maybe she goes back down again. She looked to take a double look, and it looks like it's quiet and the light's off, maybe. And then so then she's like, oh, I must be dreaming or something. And then she goes back upstairs. She just lays down, but she has a peaceful, beautiful sleep. She's not depressed anymore. She's all happy. And she was having a terrible time. Maybe she was crying and real upset and frustrated. And so maybe when he answers the door, she's all like tears on her face or something. So she's like, I don't know. Maybe it sounds like a movie now. But then she has a peaceful sleep. And then she wonders if it was a dream, but her whole week goes good. Just thinking about it. Just thinking about her cute little time. She just assumes it was a dream or something. But it was so delightful that the rest of the week goes good. And then but then it starts to go back to normal and get back in the grind. But then one night then there's another little thing that happened. Just when she starts to forget about it, assuming it was just a weird night. Then she's hearing little on the shelf. She's hearing little noises. She goes and looks up on the shelf from her bookshelf, the top bookshelf. And she's And she walks over the shelf, and she's looking, and she sees that same old man. He's walking around. He's walking around up on the shelf. Maybe it's, and maybe there's other things up there. Maybe like books or like weird papers or receipts, or maybe I was thinking maybe there's other figures up there, and he's like ripping like papers off of something, and like he's like maybe he's fiddling with some other object she has up there, but it looks like he's doing something, and then he's just like walking around like with he has like papers in his hand and like stuff, and there's like a little door, and he walks in the little door. He goes, or like a little hole maybe in the wall, and he goes and walks in the hole. Like he bends down, he goes into the hole, but then she could hear you can hear him in the wall, like she's like, what's that? She follows it. She follows the wall, and then it stops in the place where there's a little outlet. There's a little outlet, and in the outlet, she suddenly, it's like all the noises leave an outlet, and and then in the outlet, it looks like an outlet here. A little light turns on. She could see it in the outlet, and then she peeks in the little outlet hole, and she could see a little. I said this, and it's like it came true. It's like somebody made it, and but I came up with this. I wouldn't have all this stuff in it. It's like, I just imagine a little desk. He's just sitting at a typewriter. Like he's writing something out on the writer. But look they made inside of the outlet. They made a little house where he could be sitting at the computer. So they like made it. I'm letting this behind for future time. It's fine to freak out. It's almost like they brought it to life. But I was imagining a little man sitting inside of an outlet, writing at a desk. So is that weird or what? So I had to reblog it. Anyway, that was a scene in my book, or my little magical man movie or book. And they're doing it. I'm sure that's been done before. I just thought that was weird because it's right in the desk to write at. Isn't that weird? Then. Anyway, it's gonna be a series with this magical guy. He just could do anything. He could be anywhere, just shape shift. And he just lights up our life. Just like a little angel. Isn't that cute? But I mean, it's not like he's like a genie. He's doing stuff too. Like he's got his own little missions going on. This is just part of it. So it's not like, see, because clearly he's busy doing something. She doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just there. Him just living. It's like he's just living his life. And just like is nice, and then his little gentleman. He's there for her. Oh, and anytime she wants him, she'll just appear. He could appear anytime she wants him. Later on, though, she doesn't really know what's happening yet. Like she'll walk in the room, he could just be laying on the bed. With rose petals all over him. Yeah. I don't know. Something cute. Well, but isn't that neat? Alright, I just want to share that. That was weird and cute. Maybe if anyone wanted to help me come up with little scenes, get credit. Maybe you could think of something, a cute scene that this magical guy does. Remember, he defies logic. So he could be anywhere. He could turn into anything, at any size, and teleport her any place. Anything could happen. And nobody watches me though. So, but if anybody does, maybe we could come up with a cute scene. We could make a cute series together. Or could be a cute, never-ending series where and just good things happen. Magical, cute things happen.